nagising.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gina. I'm a newbie YouTuber from Cameroon and I'm excited to be back again with another video. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Take your place. It's going to be so much fun. To my return subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, for watching my previous videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you just tuned in, please click on the subscribe button below and the little notification bell so that you know every time I post a video. So guys, today I want to talk about one of the peculiar things that have happened to me in my life. A funny story actually, something that happened to me that still surprises me till today. And it's not too crazy, but I feel like it's interesting. So I'm going to share that with you guys. Let's get right into it. So a few years ago, I moved from Bamenda to Douala because there was a crisis in the Northwest region, and my job I just lost everything, and so I decided to go to Douala and start a business. I went to Douala, I moved there, and I lived beside a pastor and his wife, just beside their church. The church was in their home and they were my neighbors. So when I went, I started baking pies, meat pies to supply. And the first day I was baking, my neighbor, the pastor's wife, came around, and one of the members of her church also came around to buy some pies. So I gave them the pies and didn't think much of it. So I was a little close to my pastor's wife, the pastor's wife. They weren't, my pastors, because I didn't fellowship in their church. Now, so I was a bit close to her, and then after some time she started telling me, oh, that brother that came on board from here, he kind of likes you. He's actually been looking for a wife, and then you seem hardworking and focused and stuff, and he's been telling me about you. He's been wanting me to connect you to him. I spoke with my mom about it back then, and my mom was like, oh, just get to know the person. I was like, okay. Okay, first date, I went out with the guy. We discussed. It was cool. He was chill. He was well-to-do. Yeah, financially well-to-do, and he was a gentleman. It was nice being out with him. He was nice. He was simple. He was a francophone. I've never dated a francophone before, and I didn't really know what to make of the situation. But in terms of just getting to know a person now, he was just cool. You understand? Nothing, no alarms going off at the level of my intuition or anything. And I was like, okay. So after the date, he took me home, dropped me off, gave me some money. By the time I was settling in at the house, he sent me airtime and called me, and I was like, oh, this is nice. this is nice. And after a few weeks, now there's one weird thing with me, guys. I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know what is wrong with me. I find it difficult to hang out. I don't know. Before I go out with a person, right, friends or family or anything, I need to prepare myself mentally for a while. I do like my space and like just being in my small cocoon, because whether I'm happy or sad, in my space there's nobody judging me. I'm just there. You understand? Yeah, and I get along with myself, so it works. I'm easily misunderstood, so I'm not too much of a people person. I can get along with people, but I'm most at peace when I'm in my I'm in my small bubble, just apart. So it was difficult for he and I to meet again. I just wasn't feeling up to it. So we stayed for around 3 weeks without seeing each other. Around the 4th week, he calls me and he says this. We exchanged pleasantries as usual. He's like, he says it in French. I'll say it in French, then I'll translate. He's like, l'affaire du mariage qu'on avait parlé là, qu'est-ce que t'en penses? On fait comment? And I'm like, huh? Let me translate. It's something like, the marriage thing we discussed, where are we with that? What do you think? What are we doing about that? The marriage thing we discussed, let's rewind a little. The conversation this guy and I had on that date were normal conversations, like just getting to know each other. He told me about his background. He came from very humble beginnings. He hustled in Douala. He was now a car dealer, but he came to Douala very young, was a mechanic, and he ended up being a car dealer and having all of these things. Telling me his faith journey, other things we just discussed. The closest thing that came to a relationship conversation, the closest thing that came to a relationship conversation that day was us talking about our previous relationships. That is what we spoke about, nothing about marriage. And then he calls me and asks me this kind of question. I was freaked out and confused. And that's how I let the whole thing go. I just told him, I'm not ready right now, like this minute, this second. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. And he was just like, okay. And then later, dude finds his woman or his somebody that I wanted to marry. He starts sending me messages as if he wants to. He's taunting me with the girl's picture that he's going to marry her. I'm like, girls, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. We were just not resonating on the same frequency at that time. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm not going to rush into anything just for the sake of being called Mrs. This guy had one conversation with me and had never mentioned anything about marriage in that conversation. It's true he had told Mami Pastor, the pastor's wife, that, he wanted something, serious. But he didn't tell me, and then he just sprung that on me. Was that supposed to be a marriage proposal, guys? On the phone like that? Confusion. That's something that is really, till today, I don't get it, honestly. So, that was what happened to me, guys. And, the reason I thought of this story is that someone recently asked me, why are you just being there, single? Why can you not just find a husband? There are husbands everywhere. I'm like, yeah, but I like my peace in my quiet, and I happen to like the life that I've been building for myself. And for me to let someone else into that my little bubble, right? The person has to show me that, being with them is as beautiful or even more beautiful or more peaceful than being in my little. And this goes for friendships, relationships, whatever. My mental health is, first of all, something that I tend to take care of a lot, because I have healed and grown from so much. I don't want to ever put myself back in certain spaces where I was dependent on another person for approval or for anything, and then they just waltz in and destroy things that I've been protecting for or building for a very long time. I've built my mental health, my peace. I happen to build just one small nice life for myself, which I will not let anybody destroy for anything in this world. Not even for the title Mrs. Yes, at the old you go, but yeah, getting older, don't you think? No, it's okay. If I'm happy, that's all that matters. If I'm at peace, that's all that matters. I don't have to rush. Because I know the life I'm building for myself ultimately. I don't want a life that people stand from outside and are clapping for me, but I'm dying inside. That's what most women are going through, those ones in relationships and marriages. There are good marriages and good relationships. I'm not going to pretend like they aren't, but there are too many people suffering just for title's sake. Yeah. And so that they can hold it over some of our heads and be like, we have, I don't have. I don't know what you have. Thank you. I don't want, because that person who spoke to me recently, they were not even saying it like, well, I'm concerned, you're my friend, I want you to find happiness. But they were saying it to kind of taunt me. And I'm like, okay, sister, I don't want what you have. I know what you have, I don't want it. I don't want that type of, please, I beg, I want peace. It's nothing is doing me who I am like this. Let me stay on this. Yeah. I'm still very valuable. No part of my intelligence has reduced because I don't have a man. My worth as a person has not gone down. I've not stopped loving my friends and family because of anything. My worth has not reduced. I'm getting better. I'm getting even prettier. I'm getting younger. A lot of things are going well for me. Things. Yeah, and when is the appropriate time? And when I find the appropriate person or the right person, nobody will need to tell me now. Let me see if I go no. And there's just nothing. So, yeah. That was what actually reminded me of this story, and reminded me how in society most people, and he's not the only one, there are many guys who have approached me with that attitude of, I know that every girl is just looking for marriage. When I mention marriage, she will just run and come. No, I want to marry you, but you get the kind of marry where I won't marry. It's not any kind of marry I want to marry. I cry me easily, I run me easily. So I better be careful where I go. Yes, don't want stress. And honestly, I've suffered too much in my life. The remaining part of my life is supposed to be enjoyment and peace and love and nice things. I beg. I don't want suffering. I don't want any reputation from you people. I don't want to impress you people. I will be single till I die than to go and be suffering with somebody to impress you people. People will not be there when I will be suffering terrible things somewhere. So yeah. Guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. My social media handles will be somewhere on the screen. Please comment below any weird thing that's gonna happen to you in a relationship or a situationship or a relationship you're starting to, tell me your stories. I'm here to listen, and we may talk about some of them next time. Until next time, guys, I'm signing out and I love you. Bye.